Or welcome, I should say, as well, to the semi-finals of the WardiTV Monday number 5. We're here to find out who is our first finalist. As spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. The intro is correct. Let's go. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss, the Red Protoss player representing Genji Esports. It is Trap. Beautiful. We have our PvP. If you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck. Best of luck. As Trap and MaxPax are facing off. Again, Trap, he has recently returned from the military, and Trap has been very on point. He's been on fire. Trap most recently did actually come second place in the WardiTV Festival. Trap took down Gumiho, took down Nightmare, only went down to Clem in the finals. But how does he compare to MaxPax? How does he compare? MaxPax recently has been having a harder time against Terran. We've seen both Bjorn and Clem defeat MaxPax as of late. We've seen Shin and Rex do the same. But in PvP, you can definitely make an argument that MaxPax has the best PvP in the world. Especially because of how unique his PvP is. He does it like no other. Gate Expand. Gate is a cyber core. Greedy opener here out of MaxPax. It is what he is known for, and very often it does trigger an all-in. Just because if you don't, then MaxPax will take an economic lead in a mirror matchup. And Trap, he does go for the pylon. Now, this proxy pylon at the Zelnaga is an interesting choice. This feels like a proxy Stargate. It feels a little bit too far away for a proxy Robo, so I'm assuming it's just Stargate into a Nexus, into an economic game, but we'll see. Cybercore is about to finish up, and we're about to see the tech of choice. Is it the Stargate or something different? As the probe is scouting, looking for the proxy, does confirm that the pylon is missing. So MaxPax, he knows that something is wrong, and yep, it is the Stargate. So proxy Stargate out of Trap, regular Stargate opener out of MaxPax. Now with this opener, MaxPax usually goes Oracle first into a Void Ray, into an expansion. Yep, there's a Nexus. So a much faster expansion from MaxPax, he will take an economic lead, and ideally with this Oracle, he's able to harass across the map and even get more economic damage. Now, MaxPax is going to scout as well. He does scout, he does confirm, he does get eyes on the proxy, he's fully aware. This means that MaxPax could open up Phoenix first instead and camp the production. And what's it going to be? Do we go Phoenix? Do we go Oracle? Okay, it's going to be the Oracle initially out of MaxPax. He's feeling confident. Is going Oracle first. MaxPax will take down the Adept. Phoenix production has begun for Trap. He's aware of his opponent, or what he's up to. And Adepts, they do get into the mid-line. 2 probe kills, not bad. Getting a third. Oh, almost. Oh, barely a third probe goes down. Can we get a 4th? We can. Not bad. Trap getting 4 probes. Phoenix has arrived. Oracle's moving out. Trap is aware, and he's going to try to hunt down this Oracle. It was greedy of MaxPax to go for the Oracle, despite scouting his opponent. Can he get away with it? Will MaxPax get away with it? As Trap is keeping up. Does rotate, does respond. And he will get on top of that Oracle. Yeah, the Oracle forced to recall. A stronger start for Trap. Stargate is going to be depowered, but, we don't really need any more Phoenixes. 3 should be enough. And just like that, Trap, he's gotten 5 probe kills. He's catching out the Stalker. MaxPax did overextend at the same time, moving out with his Oracle once again. Stalker goes down. Oracle getting into the main. Of course, there's still the shield battery. It's in position. And Recall's on cooldown. Oh. Recall is on cooldown. Trap, he doesn't care. He's going for the main. Going for the mineral line. So there are defensive Phoenixes. Oh. And MaxPax does shoot first. MaxPax, he will take the better trade. Oh, and Trap does overextend. Gonna be forced back. Adept stay shading in. Ooh, they don't quite commit. But in this kind of quote-unquote Phoenix battle or Phoenix war, MaxPax does have the Phoenix advantage. Oracle into the main, Stasis goes off. Oh, getting 5 probes. Very nice damage. 5 workers go down. Oracle finally gets cleaned up. MaxPax actually does get damage done. We can see Trap trying to transition into Blink Stalkers. Meanwhile, MaxPax should be working towards Mass Phoenix Immortal. As he's looking for another way in. Rotates around. Robo's almost done. And so far, MaxPax is containing his opponent. Phoenix is coming in for a scout. They get eyes on the tech. Getting some probe kills. Not bad. Force a recall. It's going to be a Forge Robo follower. No Twilight Council yet. Stalkers are spotted. But MaxPax, he will catch reinforcements. Takes down 2 Stalkers. Not bad. 2 Stalkers going down. Trap, he is committed. He's moving out across the map. MaxPax does have a recall, getting into the mineral line. Trap pushing forward. There's not much to defend. There's 1 Stalker. There's the recall. And just in time. Trap has to retreat. More reinforcements on the way. Trap getting a 3rd. He has map control. First Immortal has arrived. And again, even though MaxPax is lacking a ground army, with these Immortals, he can make up for that. Can make up for it quite heavily. As the Immortals, they annihilate Stalkers in a head-to-head fight. Now we're calming things down. Phoenix gets caught. Nicely done. Trap catches the Phoenix. Still reinforcing. MaxPax going for the Dark Shrine. Bold response. He does spot the 3rd base. Phoenix is out of position. Army pushing in, but there are 2 Immortals and a shield battery and an overcharge. I think Trap can break this. He's gonna try. Yeah, no shot. Cannot touch this army. Overcharge gets popped. Meanwhile, at FC, wreak havoc in the mineral line. 4 probes going down at the same time. Phoenixes, they get 9 probes across the map. They do trade. But a better trade for the Phoenixes. Getting 11 worker kills. Trap still reinforcing. Immortals forcing back the army. 1 Immortal goes down. Not bad. Trap, he wants the other. He commits. Takes down the 2nd Immortal. But for the cost of so many Stalkers. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, MaxPax takes the supply lead. Phoenix is still getting more probes. And Trap, he's falling apart a little bit here. He was so committed earlier, and he just could not break the defenses of MaxPax. Not with all those Immortals. And now here come the DTs. And is there any detection? No. 0 detection. DTs are waddling in, and they are going to just end the game. There's 0 detection. No way to scout. No way to respond. Robo's in production, and we have 1 DT for the 3rd, 1 DT for the natural. GG gets called. There is 0 detection, and MaxPax takes game number 1. GG. Okay, we spoke about this even this morning. I mean, it happens quite regularly nowadays, but the Invisible Man is just a little bit too much. There is no detection, so they will force an insta-GG. MaxPax takes the lead. Again, we've seen MaxPax die to this, we've seen Hero die to this, but at times you just don't really have a Robo, whether it's an earlier DT rush or a little bit later. Can be brutal. GG. GG, well played. Now we're getting ready for game number 2. On top of that, honestly, even if it wasn't for the DTs, MaxPax was in a better position. He had the better economy, he had the larger army. Trap was pretty committed and all in earlier, and it just did not really pay off. Not work out in the end, and here we go. We're getting into game number 2. Let's go. Getting into game 2. It's going to be on Ghost River. loading into Ghost River. And we'll see if Trap can bring it back. Honestly, he had some really nice moments in the previous game, especially early on. Unfortunately, he was just all in against an immortal-based army, and it just kind of rammed his face against a brick wall. But we'll see if he can recover and bring it back. As spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have the Danish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Storm Gaming, leading the series 1-0. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Genji Esports. It is a Trap. We go. You're not going to be settling in. And once again, I imagine Trap is going to be going for the Gate Cyber Expand, or Gate Cyber into Stargate into expansion. And we'll see how Trap responds. Does he go for another proxy Stargate, or does he go for a committed one-base all-in? Trap does have options. Meanwhile, speaking of proxies, here we go, the probe is in position, the pylon has been placed. Now, based on its location, this is either a proxy Stargate again, or a fake proxy pylon. And for now, it looks like a fake pylon. Trap moves out. He's trying to force an overreaction out of MaxPax. But MaxPax, he should already be opening up Stargate, and he might even make a safety Void Ray. Now, the probe is sticking around, which means it could actually go back to the pylon, and we could see some committed tech, but never mind. Coming in for a scout. There's the initial Stargate. Again, MaxPax often does not expand without the Stargate, so it goes Cybercore into Stargate, then into Nexus. Zealot does get eyes on the probe. Big moment here for MaxPax, which means he's somewhat aware of the location of the pylon. He knows it's out there, doesn't exactly know where, so he is scouting towards the south. Based on the trajectory of the probe, he knows it shouldn't be here on the right-hand side. So he is checking, he is scouting. And it looks like will he find it? It's going to be close. Oh! And it looks like the probe barely does not get eyes on the pylon. Barely not. Pylon is safe. We had a potential proxy in the main. Here we go, Trap slowly pushing forward, does lay siege upon the army. Zelt's going down, shield battery's on the way, but it's not ready. It's barely not ready. Stalkers, they take down the Zelt, take down the Adept. Trading better here against the Stalker. And Trap, he is actually gaining ground. Not doing too poorly. Oracle moving out. Trap being forced back. Void Ray is about to pop as well. So Trap, he has to respect it. Behind this, he's expanding. He is going to be expanding to get 2 probe kills. Got a handful of gateway units. And hopefully Trap doesn't lose much of the counterattack, as the Oracle does threaten the main. The Oracle pulls away. Keeping Trap pinned. Trap does establish his natural. Still trying to catch up in the economy. MaxPax behind this, getting to his own gateways. This time MaxPax is not going for a robo response. Instead is embracing Blink Stalkers. Blink is on the way for both players. Hello, Trap. Are we going for a Dark Shrine? I think we are. Yep, there it is. Dark Shrine has been proxied, and there is potential for damage. I mean, MaxPax has a Stargate, so we can make an Oracle. That's the reality here. There is an alternate way to get detection for MaxPax. Hallucination gets eyes on the tech, it gets eyes on the blink. Despite that, depending on how late the scout is, Trap can pop off with this. Pylon is placed. Likewise, MaxPax proxying across the map as well. Both players getting their reinforcing pylons ready. MaxPax moving out.
I am here in the shadows.
Hallucination spots the main army. Trap getting ready, getting in position. There's an Oracle behind this. Meanwhile, where are the DTs? Dark Shrine still needs a couple more seconds. MaxPax did take a third base instead of taking up into a Robo. Still 0 detection. Forge is on the way. Now, potentially, MaxPax could try to chrono out an Oracle to defend against this. As DTs are warping in. We'll see if Trap can pop off. The Invisible Man, they're coming! MaxPax getting himself with the Nexus. Forces a cancel. Nice pickup. Does force a cancel. Trap being forced back as well. Defensive DT! Uh-oh. He's showing his hand a little bit here. Yeah, Oracle does begin. The DTs are in the mineral lines. They're in the main base. They're in the natural probes. Are going down left and right. Critical damage is being dealt. Is this enough? It might just be. Getting 10 probe kills. No mining in the natural. No mining in the main base either. MaxPax's economy is being crippled, but he does deny the third. Once again. This defensive DT putting in a lot of work as well. Trap is popping up. Depowers the Stargate. He denies the Oracle. Let's go. Oracle is denied. Cannon is on the way. Oh my god. Yeah, the Invisible Man is dealing critical damage. It's becoming far too much. 18 probe kills. Now there is a cannon that's about to be powered in the main. Oracle does pop. 19 workers fall. Alongside a pylon, soon to be 2 pylons. And Trap, he has a massive lead. He has a massive lead. Game 1, Trap may have lost to the Invisible Man, but here in Game 2, he's going to do the same to MaxPax. It's the power of the Invisible Man, fam. Takes down the shield battery. Directions the third. That does overextend though. Has to pull away. But Trap is far ahead here in the economy. And can MaxPax recover? What does he have to work with? He has 1 Oracle. He's got 14 Stalkers. He's down in Stalkers compared to his opponent. Prism is on the way. That tells us that Trap, he's going to commit. He's going to move out. He's going to commit. He has a Forge on the way for +1. Trap just now getting his own upgrade. But Trap should not allow MaxPax to recover. Leading out a Stalker. Trading against MaxPax. Not the worst trades considering he has a better economy. So Trappy can trade another DT into the mineral line, forcing a defensive warp in. 2 probe kills. Oracle's going for the third. The third is exposed. Oh. Third is exposed. Probes are going down. But Trappy's going in for the kill. Shield battery's not ready. No shield battery, no overcharge. The boys are being pulled. And Trap, he's still dealing just critical damage. Can target down the shield battery from here as well. Takes down the Stalkers. And GG gets called. Trap ties up the series 1-1. We're going to the ace match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Oh, the power of the Invisible... It's crazy. But DT's popping off in Game 1 and in Game 2. And what does this mean as we get into the ace match? Do both players rush into Dark Templar? Or do neither of them do it? What's it going to be? It's going to be one of them. They've both tasted the success of the Dark Templar. It's tempting. It's alluring. Fear Dragon, somewhere out there in the Americas, he's got a smile on his face. He's happy. He's a happy boy. Now we are going for that ace. And when it comes to this ace match, we could just see both players be very safe. Like, we could just see earlier robos and earlier detection in general. Just based on how this series has been progressing. It's been a bit of a clown fiesta. Like, just rush into DTs, Pappy. That's how you win. Just get in there. True. Well, now we're getting into the ace match, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Amphion, we have the Danish Protoss player himself, the Blue Protoss, representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the red Protoss representing Genji Esports. It is Trap. Here we go. Now, a very important feature of Amphion, it is similar to Post-Youth and to Side Delta, the ramp. There's a ramp coming into the natural. This means that MaxPax can embrace his opener, and Trap can do the same. I'm referring to a gate Cyber Expand. Basically, because of the ramp coming into the natural, it's very defendable. That means that going for something more economic and avoiding a 2-gate opener is a lot more standard on this map. On Amphion, Post-Youth, and Side Delta, the three of them have these ramps into the natural, so you can be more greedy, more economic. Now, because of that, very often this leads into a pylon block at the natural for both players. It leads into actually a delayed Nexus, a faster Stargate, and because both players open Stargate, it goes into Phoenix Wars. So very often that is why Phoenix Wars are most common on Side Delta and Amphion and Post-Youth as well. So it's a little bit early to call, but Phoenix Wars are a big possibility on this map. They're a lot more common. There's a Cyber Core, again both players in position to delay the expansion. The Zealot is on the way. It is going to be double gas opener out of a Trap, likewise double gas out of MaxPax. We should be seeing the Stargate. Unless we're able to sneak in that expansion. And both players are on it. There's a pylon for Trap. And there's a Stargate as well. So Stargate opener here out of Trap. It should be a Stargate. Yep, Stargate for MaxPax. So as I just mentioned, because both players are forced to throw down the Stargate, and because both players scout each other and they see each other going Stargate, this should be the beginning of Phoenix Wars. Now, there are some Korean players that try to avoid it, and they might try to rush into Blink Stalkers as a follow-up and try to get out of Phoenix Wars. Phoenix Wars are not the most exciting, and I mean, they are what they are in this matchup, and they can be very brutal. They can be very unforgiving. That's maybe a better way of putting it. And some players try to avoid it, but it's difficult to avoid in this kind of setup. And there it is, Phoenix on the way for MaxPax, Phoenix on the way for Trap. The Phoenix Wars has begun, and from here you cannot stop. If you stop, you die. Adept does shade in. Into the mineral line, one probe goes down, better start for MaxPax. We should soon be seeing a second Stargate for double Phoenix production. Until then, a second probe goes down. Oh, this is a lot of damage early on. Third probe. Too many losses too quickly here in a mirror matchup. We can't afford this. 4 probe kills with 1 Adept. 1 misstep, 1 mistake, and that can cost you the game. And this is already a big lead for MaxPax. Finally, Trap will clean this up. But he's down in workers. Despite the mirrored build, despite what's meant to be an even game state, MaxPax sees ahead 5 probes. He's ahead 5 workers. There's the second Stargate for double Phoenix production. Again, MaxPax can afford it. Trap, he has to build up a little bit more. And again, the problem here, especially after what we just saw with the disadvantage that Trap has, is in a mirror matchup, I mean, MaxPax, he's just going to be up in Phoenixes. That's the reality here. Because of the better economy, faster second Stargate, faster Phoenix production, and all it takes is 1 extra Phoenix and you win the game. It's the reality here of Phoenix Wars. Like 1 or 2 extra Phoenixes can win it for you. Oh, the army's doing engage early on. Better trade for slightly better for Trap. 2 for 2. An even trade. But here comes that second Stargate. And Trap just now going for the second Stargate of his own, but it's far later. Dips in, doesn't quite get anything, not yet. Ooh, does pick off one Phoenix. Very nice control here out of Trap. Does out-control MaxPax. Gets one. Very important. Honestly, just really important here that Trap does things like that just because it's going to be behind in Phoenixes. So if he can out-control MaxPax again, he can pull this off. Oh, trading one for one. Oh, now he's getting punished. Yeah, the punish is real. He's going to lose everything. Every Phoenix. GG gets called, and MaxPax will take the series 2-1. GG. Again, that is the dynamic of Phoenix Wars. Once you lose one too many, the game just ends. And it was just a really rough start for Trap early on. One Adept got into the mineral line, and that was kind of game then and there. Not completely. There was always a chance that maybe Trap is able to outposition MaxPax and get into a mineral line himself. But outside of MaxPax making a mistake, he should just win from there. And with that, he did snowball out of control. Congratulations, MaxPax takes the series. MaxPax will take the series. And with that, we are getting ready for the second semis. Here we go. MaxPax makes it to the grand finals. I mean, shout out to Trap because he did pose a threat and he was able to hold his own, did force the ace match. Again, unfortunately, in Phoenix Wars, it's very unforgiving. I mentioned before that it's very cutthroat. One mistake can just cost you the game. Like Phoenix Wars, you have to be very crisp and very on point, just because there is very, very little room for error. With that, MaxPax does take it. And now we're getting ready for our next best of 3. It's going to be between Hero and Clem. Let's go.